Welcome to BMON Telecom's continued coverage. Today we're going to discuss marketing and target customer group for BMON Telecom. BMON Telecom has recently launched a promotional event. This promotional event is known as Rocket Time. BMON plans to have one winner from their customer base travel in order to view one of their rocket launches that contains their satellites. They'll travel to BMON's launch pad, see the rocket, and watch the launch, all on BMON's dime. This is a great idea as they're using existing infrastructure in order to launch a marketing campaign, which should reduce the cost significantly. Looking at BMON's target customers, they break it down by age group and data usage. BMON's core customer group is the 18 to 24 and 25 to 31 age group, consisting of heavy and moderate users. While all users would be welcome on BMON's network, these are the core customers that BMON believes will offer the most value and additionally the most demand on their network, which will allow the greatest testing. Once they have a significant network that is extremely reliable, BMON will expand on as far as possible to the light and further range categories as well. BMON has faced a lot of questions about the diversity of their customer base. Launching in the US and their original marketing strategy resulted in a very male-heavy customer base. Right now, of all customers, it is only likely that 34.75% of those customers are females. When we look at BMON's target marketing group, the numbers do not do much better, with 35.36% chance of being female in that area. BMON continues to market across all media types in order to grow this diversity in numbers. As internet usage changes from generation to generation, diversity will be important, and core customer groups will continue to expand across multiple demographic types. Looking at the lottery chance of one of the customers winning this Rocket Time trip, we look at many factors. As far as fairness between male and female, there's no doubt that it is overwhelmingly more likely for a male to win the contest than a female. There will be other factors that may impact the results of a completely random drawing, including eliminating people who are trying to cheat the system and users who may cancel their subscription or employees. However, in order to push the boundaries to an even fairer system, BMON has chosen to put a time limit on the number of entrants involved. Based on the entire customer groups who sign up for new contracts or existing customers who decide to opt into the sweepstakes, BMON will only take on the first 100,000 entrants. From those first 100,000 entrants, that is where the selection will be made. This forces users to take part into a timed study rather than having to face their odds based on gender and other demographic types. As BMON looks to apply additional analysis into their marketing teams, they may look at what percent of customers within their core market are looking to switch internet providers. Based on BMON's market analysis, we are able to find that between the US, India, and Europe, there's a considerable percentage of people looking to switch internet providers that BMON is looking to target as well. We have a 75% chance that respondents in the target group will end up in our target customer group. That's both in age. We also have a very high percent willing to try or switch to a new product if it matches their competitor. When we look at customers in the US and India, we're looking at a 41.7% chance in the US that a customer both meets our target customer group and is willing to switch or try a new internet provider. And in India, we have a 29.2% chance that that customer both fits in our target customer group at BMON and is willing to switch or try. This will help BMON identify where to allocate marketing spend, and that marketing spend should mirror the percent of customers' potential in that market. As BMON looks to expand, it's important that they do not focus on either domestic or international, but rather expand to both domestic and international at the same time. BMON's in the unique position to do so because their infrastructure is satellite and space-based. The cost of entry into new markets is relatively low compared to competitors. The US and India should be prioritized in their expansion because they have the highest potential customer base in both locations. As stated earlier, the US has a 41% chance that that customer could be a potential BMON customer, and India a 29.2% chance. This means the greatest return on investment will be spent expanding infrastructure and product offerings in these markets and marketing towards growth in those areas. Thank you for joining us this week. That's all.